Yeah, here, facing here is what you call it, and let's see what we got here. I was looking at something or other, and so TSA and stuff like that. This basically is what do you call it? What you're saying is basically is if federal employees are affected, then the lower income is also affected in turn. So is that a philosophical idea to say that if federal employees no, that's just a default within American society. You know, that's been right since like 40 acres and a mule day. I mean, not 40 acres, but reparation. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just like in general, just days a long time ago. What days is that? I don't know. Civil War days. Who knows? I don't know. I've been here for one generation. Yeah, I've been here since then. I forgot what I was confused with World War II with the Spanish-American War and all this other stuff they're talking about now. Washington Community talking about, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? All that. So what is it you have? Now, did your average Giwan, did your average what do you call it, legs, hands out cigarettes, go through these kind of problems? Nope. Not on the bell curve average. Not on the bell curve. You know, no, it doesn't go through these problems. Some of these, you got homeboy down here, the ARP, he used to work at the winery and whatnot. Don't worry about it. It doesn't affect him. It just doesn't do anything. It's because he's put in 20 years in a 401k or whatnot. So, what I'm trying to say is that. Is it a philosophical change? Yes, that means to create. If you're moving in a democratic, you might want to talk to the millennial Democrats about this. Is if you're moving in a position where you're going to create more jobs, and there's Homeland Security. There's you're going to move more services. You're adding services and stuff. You're doing that, and I don't know what branches you're and anybody talking about dying, you still have a right to defend yourself. You still just because it's such and such and such, it's not total martial law. Okay, so you got to give them right to defend yourself, whatever that may be. Now, if you're offending people, then that's one thing, but if you're defending yourself, that's another thing. So, so if they make a recipe for that, so incite more violence and stuff, well, whatever. I mean, you know, so what? How many movies have you watched that are rated R? How many music CDs have you watched that are rated? So how much news do you not watch and stuff like that? And this is similar. So okay, so well, and then so like it's plastic glass. I got that part right. And so what now? So the whole thing of it is like I just it's plastic glass. Yeah, it is plastic glass. I think it's another thing. I don't know how they shape that, but just saying, you know. So we put aeroscope and such and such, and what is the hierarchy of it? Okay, my mom raised me in a situation. For example, you take my mom raised me as I said, I take 9 exemptions and stuff or whatever the exemptions took. To provide housing and stuff and do her part of the way she knew how to do that. Now, the cheap part of my is that now. Was there government says yes because there's exemptions in that, you know what I'm saying? That was right, but you work at the same time, so it is a cooperative compromising idea. It is not a live off the government idea. So where instead of talking about middle class, so now I'm going to trump that and impasses. I'm not saying do all that. You know what I'm saying? And beyond profiling and stuff like that, the news age is trying to give appeasables. You know, so that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But it says the same within reasons and whatnot. And if they're knocking on my door, I'm making offense talking about hey such and such, then it's like oh you know what such and such, hey well you know what I mean I gotta get my rep in here and whatnot. And then we're like such. And so yeah, so she says yeah that's stuff. And so what does that have to do with it? I don't know. They form Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? They be like hey this is messing up on Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Don't knocking on my door. You know what I'm saying? And they don't Bitcoin. They don't talk about that Bitcoin. They talk about that ghetto Bitcoin down here. But you know what I'm saying? They talking about my Bitcoin. Talking about hey you messing up my Bitcoin. Like, hey, yeah, handle this. You know, put them services on the Bitcoin services. You know what I'm saying? You need to put some Bitcoin services on that. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing when they're hiring on the spot. This is what they're doing when they don't ask you to put on a extravagant suit. They're just saying, come in and come in and tell me what you're qualified and we are hiring on the spot today. This is what they're doing in the Bitcoins and the lower level poverty Bitcoins. Man, when she's talking about, so what do you call it? What do you call it on reasoning alone? On say what do you call it on profiling what she said on the peaceabilities and what she's trying to extrapolate, you know what I'm saying, and just Big Street alone, right? You know what I'm saying? Everything not perfect, right? You know what I'm saying? So, so you say, hey, they manufacturing my Bitcoin up here in the middle class. I'm making $200,000 a year, and you know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. These lower levels are affecting my pocketbooks. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, hey, wait, hold on. Where's these services that you're supposed to be putting in Bitcoin? You know what I'm saying? Where's these services that you're supposed to? Where's that? I'm putting my part in so I can help and put these services in place already. Wasn't y'all doing this in the government in the beginning? Wasn't this branches in the government in deeds and stuff like that in the beginning? So where's the stuff going? Where's my money's at? I mean, where's my money's going to in all this situation? And this is where the president and stuff has to answer up, and Nancy Pelosi have to answer up and be like, hey, well. You know what I mean? That's when they have to compromise themselves and say, okay, well, we got to formulate a new idea. Like, you know what I'm saying?